Great. Okay. Give me a second. I want to make sure it's popped up. Okay, great. Okay. Weird's going on with my screen. Give me 1 second here. Okay, and now I will start sharing again. Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. We'll go ahead and get started. I have the agenda pulled up here. We don't have any pre-notified absences or guests. First off, happy Thursday and one more day till Friday. And let me go ahead. Any general announcements for the good of the order? Okay, moving right along, Catherine sent out minutes. So you should have all been able to look at those. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes for October 5th meeting?
Move approval.
That's Bob. Second. Ben, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, or raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. The minutes for October 5th were approved unanimously. Report from the executive committee. Do we have any thing to report that's not going to be further along in the agenda?
Nope, everything is pretty much handled in the agenda that we discussed at the executive committee meeting.
Okay, it's fine. Academic affairs, is Cindy Hill on?
She's getting there.
Oh, I don't even see her.
She's on.
She is? Okay. Cindy?
Sorry, I was just getting
there you
on.
go.
A second.
That's okay. It's your turn if you have anything.
You know, the only thing I wanted to share with everyone is that there is a new kind of committee group being formed where we are working to become a more transfer-friendly university. So I think we'll be sending out requests to colleges and departments if they have any interest in participating on something like that. But just wanted to share that that's sort of a new initiative that we are beginning.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that being said, let's look at subcommittee GERC. So we have those minutes from September 26th. And then also on there, the Objective 1 Review Committee report for acceptance. Note that GERC will revisit that assessment process in a future meeting. So that's the Objective 1 piece. Can I get a motion to approve GERC's, can I get a motion to accept GERC's minutes?
I move accept.
Second.
It's Ben and Bob. So moved. Again, GERC's minutes are accepted for September 26th, along with that Objective 1 review. BAS committee, any updates?
We haven't met since the last time we met here at UCC, so no updates as of right now. But actually, there is one. We will be having a new member join us for our next meeting. They were well, provided they get approved by the faculty senate next week or 2 weeks or whatever it is.
Okay.
It's in my calendar. That's why I keep a calendar.
Yep, same here.
Wesley, you accepted Kirk's minutes, but we still need you to accept the Objective 1 report.
I accepted both.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
both.
Yeah, it was both. It was moved for both because I read them both. So yep, we're all good.
Okay.
They're both accepted. Yep, unanimous. Yep.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. With that being said, subcommittee, the catalog format, which I know Ben and Bob, do you have anything?
Not since
Nope.
last time.
Got it. I have nothing for myself. I will tell you about that consent calendar moving forward. And that's something that we'll look to use during some meetings, and I'll talk more about that once we get down there. When we're taking a look at our business. Faculty senate and any other councils have anything?
Met as faculty senate, I think it was, anyway, that's in my calendar, but we recently met as the faculty senate. The big discussion that affects UCC has to do with the language that GERC was using in their minutes. The long story short is GERC has resolved those issues going forward, and we have nothing to worry about.
Okay.
And neither does GERC.
Awesome.
GERC does a good job.
With that being said, so this is another, we just need a motion and then we're going to more accept this committee than approve, right, Bob? I don't think
So, no, so which committee number, are we in at number 8?
Yep.
No, number 8's a full motion where you need to approve it.
Got it. Okay. So motion 8, so Cindy Hill had mentioned this when she had met with us at executive committee, and we've touched briefly about this, about the standing subcommittee for UCC. They'll oversee this interdisciplinary degree, which is looking about completion programs, more for returning students, also based on BAS committee's format. Bob is going to be chairing this, and then faculty members will be appointed from each college. College of Business has decided to host this as well. With that being said, can I entertain a motion to
The motion's already there. We need a second and then a vote.
All right. Thank
I'd
you,
like
Bob.
to second
Can I
it.
get, so Ben second, and then can we get an all in favor, or can we vote to approve?
Well, we could, yeah,
Okay, so moved. Jessica, did you vote or no? I didn't see a hand. You're muted. I can't hear you.
you're still muted.
You're still muted. I'm asking her to unmute. There we go. Jessica. We can't hear you.
You have no mic, Jessica.
Sorry.
Just use sign language.
She's in the house. That's what I saw that in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, you might check your computer settings, because I had that same problem last time.
Can you hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I abstain. I apologize.
So all approve, all accepted with the abstention of Jessica Winston. Okay. Okay, we don't have any information items this week, so let me talk to you all about the consent calendar. Purpose of the consent calendar is, again, different proposals that come through. An executive committee, again, reviews these. These are minor changes, and it's basically to help move along our business, and we'll start really to use the consent calendar, especially as we move to our crunch time of approving proposals. So I'll pull up one proposal, 31, but the rest of these we will look to take, even with 31, we'll look to take a vote on all of them at once. That's the purpose of the consent calendar. We will not look at each one specifically. Okay. And that's based on, again, UCC's executive committee taking a look through it. These are very, very minor changes that, again, where we look to take a vote again to approve these. With that being said, I'll pull up 31, and again, it's going to be brief here. This one here, I'll scroll down. So this one is basically about, let me go back up here. Okay.
Yeah, just go down to the course change.
I'm sorry, what?
Just go down to that course change, because that's all it is.
Well, I was going to read
Oh,
this
sure.
statement here and then go down. Yep.
Okay.
So it's basically removing the variable credit option because, again, and it's updating the grading mode to actually have a grading mode. And as Bob said right here, this is what it does. It's basically just updating catalog language, and that's what a lot of these are, is going to be updating updating language, changing a grade. It's nothing where it's substantial, where we need to go through a whole spend the time like we do with other proposals. With that being said, can I entertain a motion to accept all of the items in the consent calendar, which is proposals 31, 48, 49, 56, and 58?
Move approval of the consent calendar.
That's Bob. Can I get a second? That's Crystal with the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. Consent calendar is approved unanimously. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on to our motion to, or can I get a motion to untable our unfinished business so we can go ahead and review the proposals?
So moved.
That's Bob, and can I get a second?
Ben.
Ben seconding, so moved. Let's go ahead, looking at starting with proposal 2. Okay, here we go. And these relatively are, again, simple ones too. There's not a ton in here. So this one is creating this academic certificate in supply chain management. This is coming from the College of Business. Introducing new courses 4451 and 4452. Also, letter of notification goes to the state, and we'll look to accept all those at the end. Okay. I've taken a look through these. I know executive committee, we've looked at them. There's, again, the vote is there. Adding of the new program, concentration. You got the reasons why. You got your learning objectives. Not at this time, you answered that, that's good. There's the reason why. So it's new career opportunities for the various sectors in manufacturing, retail, logistics, objectives. Here's the catalog copy, again in red, with this academic certificate that is 9 credits. Okay, we filled out that, the impacts. Okay, can I entertain a motion to approve proposal 2?
So moved.
Bob, can I get a second?
I'll second.
Wesley, is that gonna be a problem? There's no signature on that very top one.
And
Or there's
this
no
one?
date. There's no date to the signature for the department
Oh.
chair.
Neil's blind. He has a very hard time writing, so whenever he signs stuff, this is usually how it goes.
Okay, as long as it's not an issue, it's just like,
No,
it's a
it's not.
blank box.
It's not an issue. Neil doesn't, you kind of put the paper in front of him and you put his hand on the paper and he just does the best he can. He's a great guy, but he can't see.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was Bob, our entertain the motion first, Ben second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved, proposal 2 passes unanimously. Moving on.
Wesley,
Cindy
along
Hill.
those same lines that Ella had mentioned, should we just put the date that Neil actually signed that document? We can just date it on his behalf because it is the actual date. Bob, do you know which date he signed
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, same day that Shane and I signed it.
Yeah, so
So
it
do you
seems
wanna
like
go-
we could just,
I'll
sorry,
do
go
that
ahead.
from now. I'll do that from now on. But it's
Okay.
mostly my fault.
thank you.
Actually, this one I can't because I copied and pasted it from a PDF
Right.
document. And I can't, it's put in there as an image, so I can't put a date in there. But in going.
I'll just do it from now on. Whenever I scan them and send them over. I'll take care of that.
Perfect,
Thank you,
thank
Cindy.
you.
Okay, let's go ahead, proposal 14. Okay. We got signatures there. This is looking at radiographic science, updating courses and curriculum, and they're splitting 4450, 4455, and deleting 3320. And that's all here. No concerns from everyone. Minor revisions, it's a split of course. And change some credits. I've looked at the credits, but when I scroll down there, we can all take a look. It's helping again for workload. Rationale. Do we need to repeat the rationale here? Or you're fine with that, Catherine, because that's you in purple? Proposal 14.
Where are you? Oh, see above. I don't know, that's, they had explained it above there.
It's
I
fine.
didn't.
If that's okay, I think, but we've usually just copied and pasted, but Cindy's waving her head saying yes, so that's fine.
This is fine, okay, because I could copy and paste it from above, but
There's the degree. And if you do add the credits, it does add to 43. 37, removing of that course. And removing of a couple other courses here and then adding some credits. When you do add it up, it does come to 63. And then your 30 and 37 and 63 do add up to the 130. Impacts. Okay. Okay. Entertain a motion to approve proposal 14.
Motion to approve.
And that was Camille. Can I get a second?
Second.
Is that you, Bob?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? So move. Proposal 14 passes unanimously. Moving on, proposal 27. This is from College of Arts and Letters. English is to update course descriptions and curriculum. So they're creating new courses, 3354, 3355, 4471, 4475, and then deleting 2212, but they're keeping anthropology. A missed 1100 is being deleted. Then 3341, 4467, 4490, and 4492, and eliminate minor in the folklore. They do, this does affect the graduate catalog. It's contingent upon obviously GERC's again approval as well. And then we'll have a letter of notification to accept. Or sorry, endorse. Okay. Yep, signatures are there. No concerns from anyone. There's no students in the folklore. Everyone. Okay. So we had some people abstaining, but for the most part, we have majority of yeses for faculty votes. Okay, here's the new classes. My gosh, 61 pages, sorry.
Move approval.
Let's take a look, but again, everything. we're
Sorry, it's such a complicated proposal. It's such a, it's a revision of one track of the major and the intertwined impacts on creative writing and education, but also anthropology. So
It's fine, Jessica. We have to look through.
Any highlights you want us to specifically look at?
Yeah, so I don't have to look through that.
Right.
there aren't any. There was one question about whether anthropology needed to put in a proposal for some of the intertwined changes because and so that was a question that came up that maybe Ivory could address. And then there was one question about the way that the credits were listed in the literary track curriculum revision. So, and I can find the page.
Is that the literary analysis one?
No, it's the one, Let me just quickly find the page. Apologies. Hang on.
That's fine.
It's so long.
Did anthropology's department chair sign off on this?
Yes, she did. I mean, she just wrote no concerns in the proposal, but we went back, we've had lots and lots of conversations about these changes, including the changes to the Native American literature course title, which affects anthropology's cross-listed Native American literature, the elimination of the folklore class. And in fact, they have some votes up. I recorded
Yep.
their votes up at the top.
Yeah, I see that.
I saw that as well, yeah. And then you were telling us that page, Jessica, yep.
Yeah, it's page, how do I tell what page it is?
It's on the bottom here, like as you can see
Maybe
on my
page
screen.
45.
Page 45. Okay, here.
So on page 45, there's a category that says literary histories. And then there's a nine credits listed next to it. And then you have to take one course in pre-1800 and then another course in post-1800 and then another course in pre or post. And there was some question whether an additional 3 credits needed to be listed next to that, take that additional 3 credits of pre or post. But I think because it says 9 above, it's okay. Then it's 9 for the whole category. So I think it's okay.
Yes,
But there was a question about that.
Ivory, do you understand what they're trying to do?
I was just gonna ask her that.
Oh, and actually the question itself emerged on page 50 in one of the intertwined in the BA/MA curriculum.
Ivory, can you shed some light?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a BAMA. This needs to go to grad council then, doesn't it?
Correct.
Yes, and there's a corresponding proposal going into grad council. Yep. So,
Okay.
so because we're changing the literary track and then the knock-on effects in the BA/MA track and in the creative writing track for the undergrads and in the education majors. It's all complicated.
I see Sarah's on in place of Ivory.
No, Ivory's here too.
Oh, Ivory, because I'm not seeing
Ivory's
Ivory.
here.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay,
They're
Ivory.
both here. I've got a question for you guys though, because I know that on the BAMA accelerated programs, we were sending the UCC proposal over to grad council. Do we still need to do that with this one, even though there's separate proposals going over because there's other changes that are happening? But the BAMA, do I need to send this UCC proposal to them?
Sure,
Wait.
if you want it.
The molar. I've got a few. Pretty good. Okay. That distance one
Yeah.
there. Here. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Crystal, I think you're speaking to us, but I don't think you want to be. I'm gonna mute you. Okay.
So on page, maybe it's 49. Again, there's a literary histories 2 category with 9 credits. Take one class pre-1800, take another class post-1800, and then take a third class pre or post. And we got a question, should there be 3 credits next to the take one additional course of literary histories pre or post? And the answer is no, because the above category says 9. So, 3 from this category, 3 from this category, and 3 from this category. So I hope it's clear. So that 3 that UCC has tried to add should, I think, be deleted. If that makes sense.
And that's your writing there, Catherine, here on page 49,
Page 49, let me get there. Just a
right here
second.
where I'm at.
I know, but I'm
No, I'm just
Yeah.
letting you know where it's at.
page 49.
And then Ivory, were you shedding some light for us, or are you looking at that?
Her computer just restarted, so she's jumping back onto the call right now.
Okay, I will hold with that one.
I know this is a super long proposal. I apologize. When I saw the length of the normal proposals in this at UCC, I thought, well, we'll just need to start updating our curriculum every year.
I highly recommend it. It makes life a lot easier in the long run.
Why don't we do this for sake of time?
no.
Let's motion to
Where's-
approve. I'm sorry, go ahead, Catherine.
Shouldn't there be a 3? Okay, so that should be. That comment should be deleted of mine, right?
Correct.
Delete that, okay.
Move approval with with Jessica, Ivory, and Sarah meeting together to make sure that all of the little technical details are worked out in the catalog.
That's a
Yeah.
first. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
So I'm
Ben,
just gonna delete that 3, yeah, because it doesn't need to be there.
all in favor? I see Randa. Everybody, any opposed? Any abstention? So moved, again, approval pending, again, Sarah Ivory. And again, Sarah and Ivory making sure that everything is again put together for this one. So that passes again unanimously. That's 27, again, pending those comments. Let's go back.
And then
Before
do you
you-
need an anthropology?
No, because we already got that, you said.
Well, it's, it's kind of inbuilt into this proposal, but
You got a vote of their faculty. That's all we need.
Yes,
okay,
that's what I was gonna say, yeah.
okay.
Okay. so-
Wesley, I had a question on this one, and it might just be because I'm like new to this. I don't think it's an issue, but can someone just explain what R1? It's like on page.
That's the schedule type.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
And-
what does
so-
that mean though?
So there's R1 and R2, and Sarah and Ivory can correct me if I'm wrong, but one of them means that you're going to do it every other year in odd years, and the other one means every other year in even years.
Okay, that makes way more sense. I know it from the research side. There's R1 schools and there's R2 schools.
Yeah, that has nothing to do
I was
with
like really
anything we do here.
confused. Okay, great, thank you.
okay,
Okay, I've got a couple questions for Sarah about this particular one. First off, I never did get an answer from you folks whether or not I send, actually, this is to the council. Do I need to send this proposal over to grad council so they can see these changes and what changes were made to an accelerated program?
That would be only if the grad council wants it.
Well, we had,
They'll tell you if they need it.
okay, I'll check with them. Second thing is, Sarah, do you need to know what the zip code is for the folklore program?
This is an existing program, so we've already got the zip code associated with it. We'll just deactivate the program itself in our inventory.
Okay, just wanted to double check that. And then there was one more question, and that is, still going back to the question about anthropology, whether they need to submit a proposal to make the corresponding changes in the anthro courses.
They already have a proposal and I have added those to it, so that's taken care of. Sorry, my
Perfect.
power went out right when I was getting ready.
you're
to talk
fine.
in.
Thank you, Ivory.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure those pieces were taken care of so that I don't have to pay attention to it anymore.
Nope, they're already added on a different proposal.
Cool, good, thank you.
Moving forward, let's look at 28 from Cozy. No, everyone. There's this.
So I had a question about this one, and that is if you scroll up to any of the courses that they're proposing, doesn't matter, just choose one. Down a little bit more.
Down more.
Yeah, yeah, anywhere in these ones. So you can
Okay.
see that they're adding a fee.
They've apparently been, a lot of their courses have,
Right, but so
course fee.
but the issue is that course fees are only to be used according to the state board of one of three areas: one, professional fees; two, laboratory equipment fees; and three, some sort of quote unquote direct benefit to the students.
these are beyond my purview. Cindy, do you have an answer for this? Where's
So
Cindy?
all special course fees, just need to be submitted through the, Office of Academic Affairs. So they are reviewed. So I don't think we need to worry about this. They will be reviewed by, finance and budget to ensure that it aligns with the expectations of the course fee, and they won't be approved if they don't align with the criteria. So I think we're fine on that, Bob. They aren't due until November 1st, so we might not have even received it yet.
Okay, so I would make a motion then, if I was to make a motion, once we get through this thing, to say, motion to approve with the course fee exception being go through that's proper channels. Something like that.
I did guide the or send I guided the PO on where to how to deal with course fees within academic affairs and where to go to find all the information. That was
I think maybe we should really just have a discussion at some point, like what, next semester in the spring, when endlessly redesigning our form, to maybe remove the course fee, because honestly, that's not really under our purview anyway. So if it's not under our purview, we really shouldn't be putting it within within our form.
I like that idea as well.
So anyway, in the meantime, carry on.
Okay.
Just one question about that, Bob, and I'm not sure the answer, but I know that historically the Office of the Registrar just needs to know that they will be putting something on the course schedule. But once again, I believe that's moving to finance and business. So I think it will make sense this year to take that off.
Makes sense. I just wanted to bring it up because this one had it in there, and I know that there's certain requirements about course fees, and I don't know how we can say one way or the other, but I just wanted to make sure that we discussed it.
With that being said, since this is another 61-page proposal, Cozy's rep, is there anything that you want us specifically to take a look at?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Thank you, Sherry.
Move approval, provided all that course fee stuff we just discussed.
Can I get a second? It's Crystal, all in favor?
Leslie, can I vote? Can I vote on this? I'm the Cozy senator for ASI issue.
Yes, you can. You're about to vote on everything, Ella.
Okay.
Okay. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. Proposal 28 is approved pending, again, the fee conversation, making sure that is all in order. Next, proposal 42 of College of Technology. Ben, you have a hand raised. Is that in favor of something?
Nope, sorry, I don't know what happened there.
That's okay. Okay, next 42. And again, these are pending endorsing again, letters of notification and that, which we'll take a look at. This one, so we're changing, and this one they're changing for robotics and their advanced technical certificate. There's no concerns. No direct concern for English. Okay. Okay, so they're changing courses for their advanced technical certificate, and they're adding a requirement for their their intermediate technical certificate. Everyone voted yes. Okay, so they're reaching out to State Board about this as well. Or no, they're reacting because of State Board, again, because of the 59 requirement for advanced technical certificates. So they are removing all this. And then they are adding. Or sorry, they're removing from 93 to 55. They're taking out the part of the gen eds. Impacts.
So
for
I don't see a response from Jim DeSanza in the other impacted departments. So I do see one from English. Does that matter?
Let me see here. What you're talking about, Jessica.
There's also no response from physics as well.
That's right.
There's two departments.
I would say pending approval or pending those impacts from physics and English.
English and CMP. I mean, sorry, physics and CMP. You have an impact from English.
We've got English.
Okay. Sorry.
Just to be clear, when it comes to impacting other departments, remember that the departments have the change of their own catalog copy. We're just asking them for letting them, it's mostly a letter, of informing them that these changes are happening. Even if they say, no, we don't want you to do it, that's not up to the purview of that department. So just to clarify, it's just more along the lines of, hey, we're doing this, and so what would be your impact? Like sometimes it would be, wow, you're all of a sudden requiring our class, we're gonna have to add 16,000 sections of it. Or, we're deleting your class, therefore we have to get rid of 45 faculty members. I'm being very exaggeration there, but that's the purpose of them, not necessarily if those departments approve or not approve what the curriculum changes.
Yeah, but sometimes also too with impacts that like you were mentioning about with faculty and that could also depend if the program will move forward or not.
Right.
Yeah. So pending approval of those, again, because again, the impacts are on here, we're again waiting for response. Pending again approval for those impacts to come back. Can I get a motion?
Move approve. What?
Wesley, on that one, like, how long are we going to wait for those impacts to come back?
Catherine, I would defer to you on that.
Well, I had emailed Dustin McNulty from physics, and he still hasn't responded. And it looks like I forgot to email Jim DeSanza. I'm doing it now. He'll take care of it pretty quickly. I think you can go ahead and approve it pending the impacts.
Yep.
And then the registrar's office will be dealing with,
I don't see it being like years, Tiffany.
I would hope not. I'm just
No.
saying, like, I just don't want it to be caught up because it has been out there for a minute.
We, in the past, the library has been very slow on
Yeah.
impacts. And generally speaking, we move forward, as long as they've been informed. Again, that's now up to their own departments to figure out the implication of it. So you've informed,
Right.
if the department chair has been emailed at some point, it doesn't matter, we move forward. So the answer would, in my opinion, would be November 1st, because that's when we're guaranteeing everything by the catalog.
There's your date, Tiffany.
Thank
Right.
you.
Okay.
And there's going to be one coming from math that's going to affect almost every department on campus. And really we need to make sure that everybody has a chance to respond. If they choose not to and don't, it's kind of up to them. But I know that I'm pretty sure the registrar's office, as they're sending things out for proofreading, as they're entering stuff and sending the pages out for proofreading, I think they'll be paying some attention to this. Do you, Ivory and Sarah? As you're entering?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I figured that there's some stuff on the back end to try to make sure that there's no adverse effects.
Okay. So can I get a motion then to approve those pending those impacts for 42?
Looks like Crystal's got it, and I'll second.
And Bob second, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. Proposal 42 is approved pending those impacts. Last but not least, let's look at 59. which this was a minor course and curriculum update for deleting Art 3324.
Just as a point of discussion, the reason why the executive committee did not put this in the consent calendar is because it is it had to do with the minor that we read in it. We just chose it. We didn't think it. We felt it would be best to come to the curriculum's attention or the committee's attention.
So Meadows Meadows instructor, changing titles. And also dropping a course. Faculty. Do we need an exact number for this, or since it's unanimous?
And that was the other reason. Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So then,
Sorry about that. Do you want me to go back to them and ask what the number was?
please.
Okay, I will do that. I'll write right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Move to table until we get a count for the faculty.
I'll second that to table. All in favor to table. So move 59 is tabled until we get a faculty count. So that takes that off the agenda. So we approved 10 today. With that being said, I'll go back to the agenda here.
Move to endorse all state
Bob, you're not giving me a chance today.
Well, we just approve them, or endorse them. We don't,
Yeah,
we don't have anything to say about them.
I know. Yep. With that being said, state proposals that goes to corresponding for proposal 2, 27, and 28. UCC again is looking to just again endorse these. So I got a first from Bob. Can I just get a second? Crystal seconded. So moved again. Those state proposals are endorsed. Take a look at new business for next week. That's what's there, and I can imagine there will be more added to that.
Motion to accept and then immediately table all new business.
Thank you, Bob. I'm just giving you a hard time today. So moved again. It's unfinished again. We'll pick that up for next week. Parking lot is still staying in the parking lot. There's still some resolutions that need to come up with those. I think proposal 9, I could speak. 9 and 5 are almost, for the College of Tech side, almost done with those. With that being said,
Hold on.
Yeah.
So under future business, the motion that we did earlier in the meeting about the interdisciplinary subcommittee.
Yes.
I wanted to have some discussion about that amongst the committee. And so that would be that since we've now created this new subcommittee, I would assume, which is always a bad thing, but I would assume that since we have now created an interdisciplinary subcommittee, we have taken care of this future business of how do we deal with the oversight of curriculum and interdisciplinary curriculums.
Correct. I would like that removed from future business.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we have already taken care of that. Catherine.
I'm sorry, what?
We're removing that future business because we've taken care of that by putting together that subcommittee that we motioned and approved.
Okay.
Yep.
I will make a note that this was taken care of.
Yep.
When did we approve that?
Just now.
We
About
did with the motion that goes back to number 8. Way back in the beginning part of the
announcements and stuff.
Yep.
That's the one that you abstained from, Jessica.
When you
I
abstained on.
see. Okay.
Yep. Okay, with that being said, continue to work with your proposal originators. Everything is due by tomorrow, close of business, to be considered for the next year's catalog. With that being,
No, I'm accepting them through the end of the month or later.
okay, well, now that is, so there's Catherine saying till the end of the month, but again, try to get everything done, the sooner the better. So again, we don't have thousands of proposals to look through. With that being said, can I get a motion to adjourn?
move adjourn.
And that is Bob, and then I see Crystal Camille seconded. You guys have all a good week.
Tiffany, can you call me after the meeting on my phone?
Yeah, what's your number?
3707.
Okay,
I will see
Thanks.
you guys. Thank you.
thank you.
Yep, take care.